I know now there are adolescent Montessori training programs for teachers, but at the time that you were designing that, there really wasn't an established teaching program, and you all sort of had to read and make it out of your imaginations.
I envy hearing Tamara that she had all this background to come in with, because I didn't. And it's really important in a Montessori school, if you're going to lead a Montessori school, that you're able to have the respect of the faculty. Mm-hmm. And the faculty respects somebody who, to some degree, theoretically comprehends Montessori. And when I was early on in teaching, one of my most sort of aha sources was every week, I believe it was every week, Tony would write the newsletter. And I think that early on was the time when she'd write like the whole newsletter. I hadn't got to the idea yet that said, why don't we ask the teachers to actually do it, But every single week, she would have somehow found her way into the classrooms for 5 minutes or a half hour or whatever. And that observation would spill out, combined with Tonia's unbelievable gift for the written word, in this most beautiful, succinct, and dead-on description of Montessori at work in that moment, whatever she was looking at that moment, that sensorially, always, you could just smell it and taste it and see the colors and the everything's in the shapes. And I remember just being so captivated by saying, I need to start to see it through those eyes. I have to, because that's why the staff, we all respect Tonia so much. She gets it. And she gets it at a visceral level. Training, lack of training aside, has no bearing on this. And so for me, in the way my brain works, I realized I just needed to become a student of it, period. And that meant at one point in between teaching and stepping in head of school, we had created a role for the director of education. And so, an interesting concept, director of education in a Montessori school who wasn't trained in Montessori. So, which what was so wonderful about Hilltop, quite frankly, which was we just, we went with the flow here. We didn't always play by all the perfect Montessori rules and play hard and fast by, you can't do this and you can't do that. I'm going to take a quick detour, and here's an aside. I was sitting in with a school the other day, and they were telling me about all their Montessori bona fides and their credentials and what made them such a good Montessori school and a great Montessori school. And one of the things was, they don't accept students from outside the world of Montessori in the upper level. We never for a moment thought that there was somebody who wasn't a fit, at a certain level, and God forbid at the middle school level, we couldn't take somebody in, and that the school wouldn't benefit from that. So that detour aside, I spent a lot of time trying to pull the curriculum, since when I got there, the upper L was brand new, the middle school didn't exist, and the state wanted to know this, Montessori, everybody wanted to know this. How does the curriculum get pulled all the way up through?